Hello everyone, it's That One Sock and welcome back to my channel. This is my first deck profile that is on my channel. Also, by the way guys, look at this deck box from Ultimate Guard. These are the 60 plus boulders. You'll need to get some of these deck boxes because they are really bomb. Now anyways, we're gonna get into this deck profile. This is on Meowscarada EX. There are interesting techs in here. I just want to say first of all, I'm not a high tier competitive player. I am a casual enjoyer, but I do like my decks to function, so there are interesting spicy techs in here, and there are ways you know, I like my consistency, so I like it when decks can be consistently good or whatever. So yeah, anyways, let's get into this deck profile of Meowscarada EX. Now for Meowscarada, I do value my bench space a lot with Meowscarada because you need pieces. Okay, this deck is kind of bad. So you need a lot of pieces in order for it to work, and in specific matchups you're going to be benching several different things in order to just keep your people alive. So also, yeah, look at these sleeves. These are the Dragon Shield dual sleeves and they eat. Anyways, let's get into the deck profile. So of course we run the 4 Sprigatito. I run the Gather Sunlight Sprigatito that allows you to get 2 basic energy. Girl, I've never used the attack, but it's there if in case I need it. You know, in case I need some energy cards, I do have the Sprigatito just in case. Let me zoom in a little bit for y'all. And then I do run the 1 Florigato. I didn't run Florigato before. This one actually is a spicy tech because it's 1 energy attachment for 30 damage. And guess which deck does 200 damage to themselves and leaves 30 HP? Yeah, Roaring Moon. So this is your counter. This is the Roaring Moon counter. The meta has been waiting for you guys. It's Florigato. And then I run 4 of the Meowscarada. Now, mind you, this Florigato is only in here because I run another card, and y'all will see why. I literally only put this in after Paradox Rift release. I never needed it before. So anyways, I run 4 of these Meowscaradas, and basically what she allows you to do is place 3 damage counters on any of your opponent's Pokemon by discarding a grass energy. So, you know, you can snipe things, and if you have multiple different Meowscaradas in play, you can have a couple. You usually don't have more than 2 out in the field. It's just how it is in the current meta. These Sprigatitos do not survive, okay? Let me tell you, these Sprigatitos, 60 HP, the bitch does not survive, okay? He will get sniped, especially by ugly Iron Valiant. But anyways, this is the core of the deck. I run 4-3. You could run 4-3 or 4-1-3 and like cut one of the Meowscaradas and just run 3. This deck is very tight on space, so I like my 4 Meowscaradas. Because sometimes they get prized, and you know, I like having access to them. So anyways, that's my Meowscaradas. And then for other support Pokemon, I do run 2 Bidoof and 2 Bibarel because, you know, the main gimmick of the deck is to discard cards from your hand with Meowscarada. So being able to replenish your cards that you are discarding is really good with Industrious Insiders here on the Bibarel. So that's really good. And then for another support Pokemon, I do run the Arceus. I've been thinking about running Pidgeot, but Pidgeot's a little bit pricey right now, and I had this on hand, so I'm just using Arceus. Listen, we're on a budget. We're on a budget. This game is not cheap. If you build as many decks as me, this game is not cheap, okay? But Arceus allows you to grab any 2 cards from your deck whenever you want. Like, truly, it's really good. And you can grab a Meowscarada or a rare candy. Sometimes you can grab 2 rare candies, make 2 Meowscaradas. You can grab whatever the hell you want, okay? Whatever sequencing you need to do, you can do it. And then I do run some support Pokemon that are really good for the deck. So I do run the Radiant Alakazam. That glare is nasty. Oh my god. Oof. Okay. One of the Radiant Alakazams. Radiant Alakazam allows you to move up to 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon or one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one. So basically, you can snipe something for 30 on the bench and then move damage counters off of it onto the main or the active Pokemon. So then your Meowscarada, who gets more damage from hitting the active Pokemon, can immediately start swinging for up to 200 to 220 damage with Alakazam. This is what I mean by bench space, by the way. This is literally 4 Pokemon already. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is why I say this deck is very tight on bench space. We have Mew here. Mew, this card is broken. It's really good in this deck because it allows you to get your rare candies, allows you to get your battle VIP passes. It allows you to really go like full force forward. It eats, I promise you. And then for the last one, I do run Manaphy. You know, Manaphy is really good. It blocks Greninja, it blocks Screamtail, it blocks all these Pokemon that are trying to hit the bench. Now you can run the Jirachi if you want. I took it out of the deck because I only play casually with my friends, and you know, none of us really have any Lost Zone decks or anything that really hit. This would only block Cresselia, which I do have a Gardevoir deck. Let me know if you want the deck profile to that as well. I didn't feel this was necessary, so I took it out of the deck. But you can put there. You can put it in if you want to. So that's the whole Pokemon lineup. Now we move on to the supporters. Now my supporter lineup is kind of whack, but you know, they work, okay? So I have 2 Colress. Colress is really good in this deck, like honestly. You can get the pieces you want and then get rid of your battle VIP passes and shit you don't need. Sometimes you do lose some things you need, but you know, it's worth it. I was thinking about running the new Rika from the Paradox Rift, but that thing is garbage, so no. And then I run 2 Arven. I do run the Evolution TM in this deck, so it's really good to grab that on if you're going second, which I usually do tend to go second with this deck now, especially with Roaring Moon coming around. Like, who has time to get one shot, you know? Yeah, anyway. Because with Arven you can grab Battle VIP Pass and Evolution, so that's like really busted right there. And so I do run 2 Research as well, and it's just good. And then I run some other ones. I run 1 Roxanne, and then I run 1 Boss and 1 Clara. This glare is something hideous. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just move those. So let me explain my choices here. I run 1 Roxanne because this deck tends to get behind, and then it wants to play from behind, and then basically wants to play checkmate on the opponent, and chess move and boss and gust things that it needs to get, and whatever, you know, plays with resources and stuff. So the Roxanne is actually really strong in here. I do play 1 boss because I play a counter catcher, so listen, I haven't missed the 2nd boss. I used to have 2 bosses in here, I don't miss it. So, you know, you can run 2 bosses if you want to. Good luck finding the deck space. And then I have 1 Clara in here because Clara is actually really good. It allows you to get back your Meowscaradas. It allows you to get back some energies. It's really good. It works as like an energy retrieval and allows you to play. Usually this is like a late game kind of moment. I don't usually use this early game. Well, obviously you won't have shit in the graveyard until later, but you know, Clara's good. Clara's good in the deck. Then we move on to items. Well, I run 1 Stadium because I only have 1 copy of this, but if you want to run more, then you can. This is 1 Artisan. I think Artisan's really busted in this deck because you can grab anything you need. If you want to grab a Manaphy, if you want to grab a Mew, you want to grab a Bidoof, you can grab a Sprigatito. There's many options. You can grab many things. So, and usually you want to grab Sprigatitos, but you know, y'all can grab whatever you want. So we have 1 of those Artisans as a Stadium for choice. You may be wondering, how do I bump path? I have Lost Vacuum in here, don't worry about it. I have 4 Rare Candy, of course, because we need to get these Meowscaradas out in the field. Because imagine not having Meowscaradas out in the field. Like, how? That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Just horrible. I run 4 Battle VIP Paths because I'm not playing with these fools. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to get my Pokemon out in the field. I'm trying to build my board and everything. And Battle VIP Pass is really good for that. You get to put any 2 basic Pokemon from the deck out into the battlefield, which is really good. And you can play multiple of them turn 1. Not only that, but it is discard fodder late in the game, which, you know, says enough about how good designed that card is. Anyways. Ooh, I bumped the camera. Oh, I bumped the camera again. I'm so sorry. I just got this tripod. Getting used to it, y'all. Hold on. I run 4 Ultra Ball. Oh my god, I gotta stop putting it there. I run 4 Ultra Ball so that you can get whatever Pokemon you want. I don't like the discard 2, but you know, we make do with what we got. I run 2 Nest Ball. I don't find it necessary to run more than that, especially if you have, you know, you have ways to get your Pokemon out in the field. Artisan and whatever, Battle VIP Pass, like, why do you need more Nest Balls? Anyways, I run a shit ton of 1-ofs because listen, this deck has needs a lot of shit, okay? And Counter Catcher, you can gust up whatever you want, and typically you're playing from behind, so it works. I run 1 Energy Retrieval. You don't need Superior. If anyone tells you to run Superior Energy Retrieval, I give you full permission to dropkick them, because why the fuck do you need 4 energies? Like, you literally never need Superior Energy Retrieval in Meowscarada ever, so you can just run this and you'll be fine. you don't need Superior. Don't get baited. And then we have one earthen vessel, because sometimes you do need the energy. Okay, sometimes you do need the energy. And earthen vessel is really bomb, so I can't be bothered to track my prizes, so I play Hisuian Heavy Bomb. I play the Switch, and I play the Lost Vacuum. Of course, you know, we got to get rid of these Path to the Peaks and nasty, well, actually, this deck might actually be really good against Roaring Moon, because you can't, I actually haven't tested the matchup at all, but, you know, y'all can do that in your own time. I'm buying the Roaring Moon deck soon, and there will be a deck profile on it, okay? But you can test it soon. Anyways, you can remove the ancient thing off of it, and then like gust it to the back, and then snipe it with Meowscarada. So, you know, there's things you can do in this deck, okay? I do run one of the evolution. You can run two if you want to. I'm just not desperate. I don't need it. Like, it's truly fine. The one is okay. If it gets prized, then boohoo cry a little bit. And then I run one Super Rod. You need to play the Super Rod in this deck. If you don't play the Super Rod, you will regret it. Because putting back your resources is really, really, really good. So you really need to put back your resources in this deck, because you go through a lot. And some of your kitties early game will die. So yeah. I do believe I run 7 Grass Energy. You know, 7's a good number. You don't need any less. You don't need more than 7. I've never really had positions where I didn't have enough energy, or I needed an energy or anything. Like, I typically always have the energy. And if you don't think it's enough energy, then add another. I don't know what to tell you. And then then I run 3 double turbo. I used to run 4, but it's just not necessary. I had too many dead turbo energies in my hands, so I decided to, you know, just drop it from 4 to 3. So, you know, that's the strategy of the deck. Of course, Meowscarada's attack gets powered up with a double turbo, along with being able to attach to, you know, a barrel or anything. You can majorly do things. Now, you may have questions. You may say, is that the whole deck? Yes, it is. Now, I have to explain. I don't play Metacham. Some of y'all are like, oh my god, play the Metacham. You can yoga loop for days. Well, if you actually play the deck, it doesn't happen that often, and it's just not worth running over consistency cards, so I don't see the point. Honestly, I just don't see the point in running a yoga loop. Yes, it's strong. Yes, it's powerful. I will not deny that. Like, obviously Yoga Loop is really strong, and you can be able to take multiple prizes and multiple different turns and snipe for days. But every time I ran it, it just bricked. It always showed up at the wrong time. It never showed up when I wanted to. It always took a slot up on the bench. It gives up 2 prizes. I just wasn't living for it, so I took it out of the deck, and I haven't looked back since. I do believe it is quite a bait, okay? It's a little bit of a bait. So yeah, that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Listen, I am not this is a budget the house deck profile. I don't play, or I don't pay much for my decks, okay? I use what I got. So if you love that, then go ahead and subscribe, because we're gonna be giving you lots of budget deck profiles in the future. Lots of rogue decks, lots of my take on meta decks and everything. You will be seeing so much on the channel of different TCG videos. I hope you're all looking forward to that. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on this deck. What should I run? What should I run? Is my deck profile trash? Let me know. Is my deck list horrible? I don't know. Also, y'all Pokemon players need to get into this deck boxes, because I literally have like so many of them. I have so many of them. I have so many. Wait, do I have? Oh yeah, I have 4 of them. Like, I literally put all my decks in them. So y'all need to get into that. I know y'all don't know it exists, because we just use like these decks or whatever. But I promise you, it'll be worth it. Okay, it'll be worth it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys another time. Peace.